And it's the big one. Was up for Stelial. Our first game back. We get open. Exciting. Oh man. Alright, well we're gonna have to concentrate because Deli is the best. 7's up. 6 to the right for him. Left 6 and then 5 down, just 5s. Probably can't punish that, but do have potentially safe corner in 9. Deli would be deeply ashamed of me for playing a safe corner to start with, but I have no shame. He wouldn't be that ashamed. Do they have any setups against it? Top card needs a 1 to capture from 6. They don't have that. Next card needs a 6. They do have that. So 4, 6, 4, 4, does that set them up in 8 as well? It does not. So that's potentially an option. 4, 6, 4, 4 needs a 5. They have that multiple ways. We'll come back to that. 3, 2, 5, 6 needs a 6. We check that. Or a 4, which they don't have. 7, 2, 3, 5 needs a 3, which they don't have. So we got to check the 5s to the right. 5 down does not set them up. 4 down does not set them up. So I think 5, 2, 3, 7. I think 5, 3, 2, 7, and 9 is a very 5, 2, 3, 7 is a very safe, promising starter. Delial has called me a stacking cheater. This is a pretty good hand. I do have four corners and horizontal is, pre-built hand that is pretty good here. So we've got a strong advantage there. Do I really want to direct the game down? The question is, how much does it actually direct the game down to use a corner in 9 if he can never address that card? Even better, I do have potential ways to build out next to it. I can build out from 8 with a 7 to the left. I can not build out up quite as well, but I can build well to the left. I think this is just an annoying move for him to meet. I'm very happy with my random because this would be hard to lose with, and it is nice to feel safe from the get-go. So yeah, we're gonna play our big corner and Deli thinks this is not fair. I agree, but unlike Deli, I'm for it. There are people who want to beat the best, and there are people who just want to win, and I'm very much in the, I want to be the best, but I want to do it by winning a lot, So if Deli ties this, we will be very impressed. If I win this, no one will be impressed. And I think that's where we're at. And if Deli wins this, I might have to retire. But I think pretty clearly, if you look at kind of results and how well we've played, I think Deli and I have been the 2 best players since the return of the site. I think there is, in open, I was thinking I may make a video where I talk about who I think the 5 best players since the return are. Turds won the first GB and has been very good in open. I think Tezuka's played great. I think Vialva's played really well. Scythe won a chat tournament. I'm missing someone. Ruffles did really well in the GB. Tezuka also did really well in the GB. Tezuka maybe has been one of the best players. But I think in pure open, I think it's been clearly Delial and myself, which, is somewhat predictable. But it's cool. We haven't really played each other. We've more looked at each other's games and talked about stuff. And it's cool to get a game, and I'm glad I have a thoroughly unfair advantage. Yeah. He says, if he wins this, I am never living it down. Yep, I agree. That would be quite a nightmare. I don't have a great way to build up from my starter. That's going to be my complaint here. Is like, I don't have a good follow-up in 6. Which leads me to think maybe he could play in 4 to disincentivize building out in 8. Maybe he could just play in 5, making the threat in 6, trying to get me to block there, and then having 3, 2, 5, 6, and 3 ready to go. That seems like it could be an idea. There's a chance he should play in the far corner. I don't really have to build out from my starter, though, because it's so rock solid that I might be able to approach whatever he does. But I think 7, 5, 5, 1, and 1 looks like a potentially decent move, because I have trouble going upwards. And if I want to go in 5 or something to set up against it, I have to be pretty careful and check a lot of things. So obviously this is just a horribly unpleasant situation for him. Yeah. Could also play in 7. There's some moves that look kind of logical in 7, something like 6, 5, 4, 3 there could be good. No. He ends up with so much up left power that those positions get pretty uncomfortable. I don't know. We'll have to see what he does, but this is a nightmare position. I've been keeping track of survival rates from positions where you're like clearly screwed. How often do you survive? And Delial has a pretty good survival rate. For obvious reasons. A, he's very good, and B, he plays very complicated games where it is harder to convert. So hopefully we can keep everything simple. I am a simpleton, so I like simple positions and try to play them well. What a terrible random he got, though. He also does like running down the clock. I think some people, the opponent's getting under 30 seconds, you go, hey, what's up, checking in, making sure, make your move. But Delial just frequently picks up a card with 10 seconds left, puts it down, plays another. We saw that against Turds in the last video when he played in 4. And so I'm not even 100% okay, he does play it. All right, he does go for the move in 7 with 7, 5, 5, 1 ready to retake. I do worry that the 7, 2, 3, 5 in his hand is going to be a problem. I was sort of assuming I blocked the in-between square. I didn't talk about this, maybe I should have. I was thinking not to block with 3, 1, 7, 4, because I thought I could get... I wanted to have 3, 2, 5, 6, and 5 covered by the plus in 6. Notably, that didn't even set up against my starter. I didn't actually realize that when looking at it. He can recapture it pretty cleanly, but it doesn't set up. So I could play something like 2, 5, 7, 3 in 1 and just set up more. That seems annoying. But it's a pretty powerful card to hold on to. It's a pretty powerful card to hold on to. What I like about 2, 5, 7, 3, and 1 is 3, 2, 5, 6 is their only recapture in 8, and also their only capture in 2, and I don't give them anything in 4. So that seems a really annoying move for them to have to deal with. The one worry is if they could hit me in 5 with something that kind of sets up in multiple places. But I don't, like 4, 6, 4, 4, and 5, I just don't believe it's much of a threat. 7, 5, 5, 1, nah. I don't think so. Maybe 7, 5, 5, 1, and 5. It sets up 4, 6, 4, 4, and 6, and in 8, and it sets up 7, 2, 3, 5, and 2, and it sets up nothing at all for 4, but having both squares, 6 and 8, might prove pretty strong. So maybe I don't want to go in 1. Maybe I don't want to go in 1. They also don't have a recapture on 7, 5, 5, 1 from 1. So if I just go like something in 8, probably flipping their card to force the 7, 5, 5, 1. So say 3, 1, 4, 7, and 8. No, then they can go 5 and set up 6. Yeah, they can go 5 there. Five actually is a problem in some lines. This is interesting. I could go in 4, but I don't love it. Sorry, 6 I meant, not 4. Eight isn't quite what I want it to be. Because I think they can meet it in 5. And I think I have a problem. Huh. And my worry on 2, 7, 5, 3, and 1 is 7, 5, 5, 1, and 5. No, it doesn't give them 8. It gives them 8 on 2 of the cards, but not on my card. So, okay. Yeah, 7, 5, 5, 1, and 5 just looks so bothersome to me. But there's a bunch of squares it doesn't set up well. I can probably work around it. So we're gonna go for this. But I feel like I've missed something forcing. I feel like I should have gone. I didn't like 8 because they set up 6 so easily with like 4, 6, 4, 4, and 5, and I don't have any of the squares. And so I got worried about them just playing 5, not going for the L. I think after the L, I was in great shape there. I block 5. They don't have a recapture on 4. I think from the L there, I was in great shape. But from the just Tetris piece where they play in 5, I thought it was pretty bad for me. I wish I had calculated a little more deeply there. But I couldn't find it working, and now... It's good that it's hard for him to play an 8, because I have the combo. So it is difficult to find something there. 3, 2, 5, 6 might be overworked. You know, there's reason to be happy. I'm still worried about 7, 5, 5, 1, and 5. I think I might just be winning there, but also anything that sets up that much combo potential is kind of scary. One thing nice is 4, 7, 2, 3, and 4 has a plus there. Maybe this is just not an important move. Maybe I'm just spending a lot of time on a move that doesn't have any chance of happening and doesn't make much sense because it doesn't set up quite enough combos for him. Deli plays complicated and I get scared. I think that's just a truth of the universe. And I don't have a great card to block 6 there, and I kind of think maybe I don't need to block 6. Maybe 1, 6, 3, 6 is just such a good recapture. And 3, 1, 4, 7, and 8. So maybe as long as 6 and 8 are open there, it's just fine. And I can play 2, but I don't have a great card for 2. Yeah, I don't know. Something where I'll have to calculate when and if we get there. There's lots of other moves he can make. You can obviously go in somewhere like 4. He could go in 3. There might be plays in 2. But my eyes are drawn to 7, 5, 5, 1, and 5. That's my sneaking suspicion, that he will play that, and that I probably am winning, but I won't find it. This is my prediction for the game. A problem is my 4, 3, 2, 7 has a combo, but it's exactly 1 square, so it's not a very good one, because I can't just sit on it forever, or they're going to block that square at the end, and then suddenly it's a dead card. So even though 4327 has the plus in 4, I probably would just want to get it out of my hand as soon as possible if they go in 5. Again, I'm spending a lot of time on 5. Not because I think there's a particularly high chance he plays it, but because it is the move that strikes me as the move you make here. And I feel also like it fits how Delhi plays. So, exciting stuff. It was the reason I was skeptical of playing in 1 as well. You know what's a goofy idea? 3, 2, 5, 6, and 2. I combo back with 3, 1, 4, 7 in 4, and then drops 4, 6, 7, 5, 5, 1 in 5. No, that doesn't quite work, does it? Yeah, there's not quite the card to drop in 5 there. I thought there could be a creative idea where, like, he forces a card out of my hand in an odd way and then hits me with the move in 5, but it doesn't quite set up enough squares. So he's in deep think. I think in situations like this, a lot of people get frustrated and just move quickly. Delial is certainly not of that ilk. He will take his time and go deep and really try to come up with magic. Very difficult position for him, obviously. My hand was thoroughly overpowered compared to his. I thought I played 3 games. I played 3 games earlier. I played Blizzard. Did I not post my game versus Blizzard? I did not post my game versus Blizzard. Should find that. Oh, but I should still pay attention here because he's moved. He does go in 5. Okay. All right. So this is what it felt like was called for. Yeah. Respect. Because now the 3, 2, 5, 6 isn't overworked. That's very important for him. Yeah. So I gotta pick a move and calculate it. Sometimes I start staring at these positions and just get lost and never actually look at anything. But I don't have many squares, actually. I kind of want to block 6 because that's the square he has that I doesn't, but he doesn't. But he has such a good move in 9 after, in 3 after. Yeah, that looks like ties. And I even have to be careful how I do it. What about 2? Again, the problem is he has this move in 3. So he doesn't have a recapture. He doesn't have a recapture in 4 anymore, but he has the combo back. I want to play 3 now. But that uses up cards I need elsewhere. Oh, this is a good move. This is a good move. I just don't have places to drop my cards that I want to get rid of. I don't see, like, anything to do. I just gotta make sure I have a tie now. So something like 4, 7, 2, 3, and 2. They go... God, I can't see things. What am I doing? I'm gonna stop talking. 4, 7, 2, 3, 2. Or do it in 6, I guess. They go 3. I go 1, 6, 3, 6. In the remaining square over there. It doesn't flip anything. I'm guaranteed to flip on my last turn. That's going to be enough to tie. Yeah, I don't see anything here. This was why I first turned down the move, didn't like it. Because I thought this move in 5 was so good. Still do. So, okay. So here we are. And I think we're now groveling for a tie. We blocked a big combo square for him, so it's hard for him to have some way to just destroy me from here, especially because so many of my cards are so safe. And so my key line is 3, 2, 5, 6, and 3. He goes up 6, 4, 1, 6, 3, 6, and 2, captures nothing, but 3, 1, 7, 4, 7 in 4 or 8 is guaranteed to capture at the end, and he has no captures on my 2 cards. So I'm just groveling for a tie here. And he's now gonna look for the win to torment my soul. But I don't think there can be a win here. And I think this is what you call a tie. Gotta find my game versus Blizzard. No, that's not it. Because I forgot to put it in. Played Blizzard after I played Turds. Yeah, there we go. So just gotta get a few more games today. Sorry, putting in my scores. Very nicely played by Deli. Obviously, I feel pretty outplayed to go from a position that looked so thoroughly promising to a position where I'm like, gotta find a tie. Yeah, not a great feeling. Very nicely played by Delial. So Deli, I think, is on about +8, and I'm on +4. But he has played a bunch more games than me, I think. I think he's close to 10 or 11, and I'm on 7. So that is my hope for the tournament. But I think this is very good overall for Delial's chances and bad for mine. I really needed to spike a win here. And I just did not find anything. Now I kind of wish I'd played 8 instead of 1, but I didn't love those lines either because he could go 5. Maybe I needed to block 5. Maybe just the problem was every line 5 is a problem. Just block 5, be done with the square. But I had no setup cards there, so maybe I didn't need it because maybe the point was just to make sure he can't set up there. He played so well. Very well played by Delial. I had first turn, I had the good hand, I had just a safe starter. Get nothing from it. So he's looking. If I were him, I would have played 3, 2, 5, 6, and 3 by now, but he is a cunning human. Picks up the card. Does go in 3. 1, 6, 3, 6, and 2 was my aspiration. I guess technically 3, 1, 4, 7, and 2 does the same thing. There's not anything anywhere else. No. So 1, 6, 3, 6, and 2 is a tie because I'm guaranteed to capture. 3, 1, 4, 7, and 2 is also a tie because I'm guaranteed to capture. What else is there? 1, 6, 3, 6 in 4 is losing. Yeah, it's losing. They go in 8 with 4, 6, 4, 4. Sorry, that was 3, 1, 4, 7. There's losing. 1, 6, 3, 6 might not be, but, you know, it's not a win. 1, 6, 3, 6, and 8. Or 3, 1, 4, 7, and 8. They don't have the recapture, but they don't need it. They're up 6, 4. So, alright, we'll just play out a tie. We do have another person coming, so I think I will play one more this video. Well played game by Delial. No idea how I played it. But obviously he gets the better of this one. A lot of ties today for me in Open. But I think all pretty reasonable. Deli played this well and all that. Yeah, Deli points out a 1 was the number that stymied me here. Fair enough. Yeah. And, alright. So there's supposed to be another game waiting for me in View Games. DJ. Looks good. Close second turn. Not the dream, but that's okay. So Turds has been doing really well on close second turn, and I think one point is it's just a lot harder on low levels for the plus walls to have significant likelihood or value. It's just harder for the numbers to line up or for something to be able to plus wall lots of different numbers for that last turn combo. So my thesis right now is that first turn has a smaller advantage than usual. And I'm hoping this game that bears out. If I lose, of course, that proves that first turn's advantage is huge. So I'm just going to maximize synergy here. Whatever move does that. So a 6 up from 9 potentially could. And 6, 1, 3, 6, I do get a plus in both squares. And that gives something potentially difficult for them to take, though also something potentially difficult for me to play next to. 5, 6, 4, 2, and 7 doesn't offer the same joy. I don't think there's any side squares that are looking like they offer a significant amount to my hand. So I think I'll just play the big corner. It does use a powerful card. This is a good card, but I think having Saman plus synergy is probably valuable enough for it. Kind of like to use the 6, 4, 2, 5 instead, but it just does not achieve the same things. Yeah, let's use the big corner. Maximize synergy, maximize something potentially difficult for them to take. So this will get me up to how many games? I think this is my 8th? Yeah, this is my 8th. We're on +4 if we tie this. So notably, that means I'm on exact pace for 5.5 points a game if I tie this, which would be basically the exact same pace I had last time. So it would be kind of goofy to have the same record despite Open being included now. All right, Delhi's played 11 and has, I think, +8. It's going to be hard to catch unless we get very lucky here. They've got a 6-6 corner too. Now we have that sort of addressed. Sort of. I think I want to force them to take something of mine. Yeah, I think I want to force them to have one of the sides of my 6 corner. My recapture in 6 is better, so maybe I should force them to have the 1 in 6. Because if they don't, I like my play there more later. It's harder to be comboed back. 5s are pretty hard to combo. I have a 5 facing out. No, maybe I should go the other way. Because, reasons. Mainly because I don't flip 5. And that could be worth something. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. And I just can't take that back if I need to. Yeah. Alright, we'll do it this way. Hopefully they do not have to capture. Trying to put out numbers that are difficult for them to take. Usually trying not to flip 5 if I think I'll have to be playing on 2 and 6, which I probably will, which is why I kind of didn't want to have 5 flipped yet. Because it's hard for me to slide in 6, for instance. I never have a safe move in 6, which is some argument against starting with 6, 1, 3, 6, and 9, just because it means I'm never going to have that square. It means if they play 7, it's also hard for me to play in 4. Very difficult. If they go 7, I probably play 6, but that sucks because then they get 4 and I get 2 and I have nothing for 2. So 7 would be a big problem here, maybe. So don't like my spot, always think DJ plays closed well, but maybe he has nothing and has to go like 2, and then I'm in great shape, I think. Because I really want 2 occupied, which was an argument for me playing in 2 last turn, because I think it's often the correct move to block the square you don't have. I just didn't have a card I was excited to put there, and also because it doesn't pressure 1 at all, they have a lot of free freedom. They don't have to like go for 4 anytime particularly soon. So day 1, I had 2 wins and a tie. That was a very good start. Day 2, I've had 1 win, which was enclosed, and a bunch of ties in open. But have faced good opposition. I think Blizzard played really well. I think Turds played really well. I think Delhi is Delhi. That suggests they do not have the move. If they do not have it, life is good. But it's also scary if we go 7 and they go 1. We don't know whether we can flip 5. But, that could be scary. It could be scary. Because the move I'd want to play in 7 would be 6-3, 5-3. And that leaves me super open to later combos. And it sometimes is hard for me not to flip 5. I guess I only flip 5 if they go in 3 with a 3 down. I'm only forced to. Okay. Then I guess I should go 6-3, 5-3, and 7. There's no argument for going in 4 when I can't flip 1. There's an argument for going in 3 and saying, I just don't think you have anything for 6. But I like leaving the square I have combos in open longer. We're going to start with this and hope he doesn't have anything. Because if he can't take that, then it's really tricky for him, you know. But it's so scary for me to leave stuff open. So, if he can play in 3 with a high number down and has kind of anything for 4, I don't know. Maybe this was the wrong way to handle it. It's sort of easy to go, they don't have anything for 6, I'm just going to call the bluff. But if I call the bluff and it's not a bluff, I lose like 8-2, and then my tournament's over. So this game could end my tournament if this goes wrong here. Well, that's legit, I guess, yeah. So now just hopefully they don't have any downs, but now I am probably losing. Hopefully another 4 down. It's kind of a shame they didn't have to use a bigger down, because if they have, you know, anything with a 7 down, I wish they'd have had to use it to capture the 6. Yeah, so I wish they'd had to use that to capture the 6. And that puts us down to -3. So, gotten even so far on day 2. Running even in both open and closed, interestingly. We will, of course, blame this on getting second turn, as I said at the start. Second turn, huge disadvantage, and we will end the video here.